one was mourning her husband who died, another one she'd lost a small baby. So they all vary very much.
Yeah, is that a Daring family?
The Deering?
Yeah.
I don't think it was actually in the church is a very, very interesting history of the Deerings and everything that goes on with them. No, I don't think it was something like this. There was a lot went on here in the sort of Roundheads common lot. And in our house, which is the second oldest in the village, is when we were doing renovations when we first moved here, we find musket balls and clay pipes, which I suppose used to be years ago, and a Bellarmine jug. Now this is interesting. A Bellarmine jug, which the assistant curator of Maidstone Museum lived down the road, and he said, we'd like it, not for the fact that it's a Bellarmine jug, because we have a few of them, but the contents are still in there.
Oh, right.
And it was nail parings and human hair and things like that.
Oh.
And when the builders were busy working in the dining room, in the inglenook there, they were putting a new oak floor in, and they dug this up and they said, oh, what should we do with it? I said, don't move it then, if it's for evil spirits, we'll keep it, but stay here. So that's where it stayed in the house.
You don't think we're going to find no ghosties then?
I don't think you are, not unless you've had one over the 8th and you're moving from one pub to the other.
Yeah,
you might
we're going to
see
try and
something
move
a bit hazier.
Yeah, we've got an EMF meter and like night vision cameras and stuff like that, so we've got a bit of information of where
right,
what,
well.
sort of trying to get information.
Somebody, my husband used to be church warden for about 10 years, I think it was. And somebody came to our door one night, very ashen-faced. I knew the girl because her husband used to pay the order. And he said, "Is Mr. Reading?" And I said, "No. Can I help you?" And she said, "I've just taken my dog through the churchyard and there's a jaw bone on the ground."
Wow.
Human jaw.
So I said, well, where they're burying now have been graves there for donkey's years. So I said, the thing is, they bring up all this soil to make another grave, and you're digging up the remains of other people, really. I mean, this church has celebrated, was it 800 years? There's been a church on this spot. And so they used to put the spoil against the wall, and I think, it had rained and washed the soil off. And she said, it's definitely a human jaw. I said, well, don't worry, I'll get a trowel and go and dig it in the ground somewhere. Can go back somewhere else. But I think, actually, I spoke to one of the undertakers once who was parked out here, and he said, oh, this happens so frequently.
Yeah.
You get skulls and things, and he said, while you're putting the coffin down, you just fill it in with the rest of the stuff, because it's bound to happen. People have been buried there for so many years. So you're reusing the ground. They all have to come to